My name is Judith, and this is my story. It all began when I met a handsome man named Job on Facebook. He first caught my attention by commenting on one of my posts, and soon we were chatting regularly. Job lived in the United States and frequently posted pictures of himself and his son. There was no sign of another woman in his life, so I allowed myself to dream. I started imagining a future with him, maybe even marriage. Job was charming and swept me off my feet. One day, I nervously asked if he was married. He assured me he wasn't. When I asked about his son's mother, he said they were no longer together. His words gave me peace, and I fell deeper into my fantasies of us being together. But deep down, something felt off. Little did I know, Job had a beautiful family he kept hidden from social media. As I became more invested in him, my insecurities grew. I confided in my best friend Nadine about my feelings and my fears. She suggested we go to a sorcerer to make sure Job would be mine forever. Desperate, I agreed. Together, we went to a nearby village to meet the sorcerer. His shrine was dark and unsettling, with the air heavy with smoke and strange objects all around. I explained my desire to bind Job to me for life. The sorcerer warned that it wouldn't be easy because Job lived abroad. He asked for a recent photo of Job, his full name, and a large sum of money. Determined, I printed one of Job's Facebook photos and took it back to the sorcerer. But he frowned and said it wasn't recent enough for the spell to work. So I arranged a video call with Job, pretending everything was fine, and secretly took a screenshot of his face. With the new picture, I returned to the sorcerer. He instructed me to strip and stand on the picture while he performed the ritual. Chanting Job's name repeatedly, the sorcerer sacrificed chickens and spread their blood on me. He assured me that once Job saw me again, he would desire no other woman. Soon after, I called Job again. His reaction was immediate. He started talking about marriage that very day. It felt like magic. He showered me with love, money, and attention. Everything seemed to be going my way. Even my friends began to see changes in my lifestyle.
Wow.
But just as quickly as it started, everything fell apart. One day, Job ended our relationship without explanation. I panicked and rushed back to the sorcerer, begging for help. He told me the spell might need to be strengthened and asked me to return at midnight with a special offering. That night, in the depths of the sorcerer's secret chamber, he showed me a pot filled with dark liquid, which acted like a mirror. He told me to look inside. What I saw shocked me. A woman was kneeling in prayer, anointing Job's head with oil while he slept. Dark smoke rose from his head as she prayed. The sorcerer explained that this woman was Job's wife. Her prayers were powerful, and she was protecting him. Her spiritual strength was too great for the sorcerer to counter. He advised me to find someone stronger if I wanted to succeed. I refused to give up. With Nadine's help, I found a more powerful sorcerer in Nigeria. This sorcerer kept me in his shrine for 7 days, performing intense rituals to bind Job to me again. After the week was over, he assured me the spell would last for 7 years. True to his word, Job returned, begging for my forgiveness. But soon, the cycle repeated. Job promised me marriage, only to block me again. When I went back to the Nigerian sorcerer, he revealed that Job's wife had even stronger spiritual backing. Her mother, grandmother, and a powerful servant of God in Cameroon were supporting her. Each time she traveled to Cameroon, her grandmother would lay hands on her head and bless her marriage with strong words that were hard to break. The powerful servant of God in Cameroon actually saw our activities in their marriage and told her what to do to fight us back. So we had 4 spiritually strong people to get out of our way. Despite our best efforts, everything we did seemed to backfire. When we tried to bring misfortune to Job's wife, it was Job who suffered instead. We tried to harm her, but it was Job who lost his job. Every time we aimed our dark magic at her, it backfired, hurting him instead. Desperate, we decided to target her mind. The sorcerer performed a ritual to make Job's wife go mad. But when the madness reached their home, it turned into water and fell like rain on the roof. Even the sorcerer was bewildered by her spiritual protection. We tried other rituals to turn Job and his wife against each other, causing fights and tension. This time, it worked, because Job wasn't as prayerful as his wife. We used him to cause pain in their marriage, making him cheat, disrespect, and abandon her. The sorcerer and I took advantage of the wife's weak moments, casting spells that made Job treat her even worse. We made everyone in Job's family turn against her, leaving her isolated and broken. But each time we thought we had won, something would go wrong. The servant of God in Cameroon would detect our actions and fight back. Slowly, everything we did to the wife began affecting Job instead. The final blow came when the sorcerer tried to cause a fatal car accident for Job's wife. But 2 angelic creatures intervened and rescued her, lifting her into the sky, one on her left hand and the other on her right hand, as the car crashed, saving her. The sorcerer himself was blinded in one eye during the ritual. Furious, he banished me from his shrine and warned that I would pay a price for everything I had done. He said all the madness, sickness, and evil I had tried to send to Job's wife could come back to haunt me. Weeks after returning to Cameroon, I started experiencing severe pain. My genitals began to swell, and no doctor could explain why. In my terror, I turned to Nadine, who suggested I confess everything to Job's wife and ask for forgiveness. But Job had blocked me, and I had no way to reach her. Now I am left to face the consequences of my actions. In my desperation for love and security, I tried to destroy a family. And now I am the one suffering. All I want is to undo the damage and free myself from the torment I created.